Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to our second part of the 205 Live Shabby Mania pay-per-view. Right, part 1 went down pretty well and now time for part 2. In this one we have got 3 big matches for you, which I cannot remember off the top of my head, so we're going to struggle here. Involving the Light Heavyweight Championship match as well, actually. I remember that one. And here we go then, here is our first match. I remember now. Well, obviously I remember because it's on the screen in front of me. We have got a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Mike Kanellis takes on Liger Rush. And here is Mike Kanellis then accompanied to the ring by his wife Maria. Had a bit of a torrid time so far in WWE. Not really gone how he wished. Still there's time, I suppose. He's back now. He's working a bit of 205 Live in real life, so... be interested to see how things pan out for him, but I feel like he might have a big big blemish next to his name now because of how he started his career here, unless they're willing to give him another opportunity, but hey-ho. And his opponent then is this guy, Mr. Liger Rush. Obviously, skipped NXT. Straight to 205 Live, working with Bobby Lashley as well. I struggle with Liger Rush. He is an immensely talented individual. However, his attitude and his personality, I feel like are really going to hold him back. Right then, the bell's about to go. We are underway. Best 2 out of 3 falls between Mike Kanellis and Liger Rush. Now, the idea behind this match, obviously they both debuted a couple of weeks ago when we had the DLC was released essentially. Mike Kanellis won that match pretty easily. Then during the Royal Rumble, to crown the number 1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship, in came Liger Rush, did pretty well. In came Kanellis, and Liger Rush eliminated him, so it's technically 1-1 between those two, so tonight is a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Let's see who can finally finish off on a high. I think both these guys, I remember a shout of me potentially trying to use them into our New Japan Universe mode. I think Bennett obviously did work a bit in New Japan a couple of years ago before he joined WWE. And I feel like Liger Rush I can get away with. Like I said about Liger Rush then, if you're not in... don't know what I was on about there, about the personality and his cockiness. Essentially, I think a lot of you will know that when Emma left the company, she was very distraught, very unhappy. And Rush made an inappropriate tweet that that was really not taken very well by a lot of the main roster members of... well, a lot of the main roster members, really, and they really shone down him. And not just main roster members, but a lot of independent wrestlers, as well as legends as well, really gave a bit of a grilling. Now, he sort of went off the board for about 6 months or so. Nothing really happened. He didn't appear on NXT TV or anything. I think apart from maybe one appearance where I think he might have been squashed off the top of my head. I can't remember now. And then all of a sudden just turned up on 205 Live out the blue, and we thought, okay, they're going to give him an opportunity. But I have been reading recently that... he does rub a lot of talent up the wrong way backstage. He's not the most liked person. Which, if you remember, that does have an effect eventually. Enzo Amore was very much the same way, but who knows, if he can sort of hone himself backstage, he could have a big future ahead of him, because he's working at the top end of the Raw card, so why not? He just needs to sort his head out a little bit, I think. He's doing pretty well here, though, dominating Mike Kanellis at the moment. In with a pin area for a 1 count. So in this episode, then, we have got this match, of course. Then we have got our legend match, where Sami Zayn will take on Jushin Thunder Liger one-on-one. And then into our main event, we will have the Light Heavyweight Championship defended by, of course, the new champion, Roderick Strong. Because he won it so late in the universe, maybe we didn't really have much of an opportunity to build up anything or create a number 1 contender for that championship. Therefore, tonight's match will be an open challenge. I'll be interested to see who takes up that opportunity. As Kanellis did a fantastic job there of just distracting Lio Rush. Rush sent off the ropes. Kanellis with a nice back elbow. As Maria throws a chair into the ring. Mike Kanellis taking Rush up onto his shoulders, dropping him neck first across that top rope. And now Kanellis just dropping a boot right in the gut of Lio Rush. Rush, big forearm. Catching Kanellis. Kanellis launching Rush over the top. Stiff right hand now, dragging Rush for the middle ropes and draping him through the DDT. Vintage Randy Orton there by Mike Kanellis. Now taking the top turnbuckle pad off. Referee has removed the chair from the ring now that Maria brought in. About time, I know, yeah. That was interesting. So Mike Kanellis threw Lio Rush into the corner and then tried to clothesline, but Rush dropped to the ground in pain. I'm not quite sure how that worked, but there we go. Kanellis dropping the clothesline, but Lio Rush takes him up into a Michinoko driver. Lio Rush now backing into the corner. What does he have planned here? Stalking. Oh, look at that kick right to the side of the face. But again, Maria Kanellis is really getting Lio Rush. And like I said, this is probably the issue of Lio Rush. He can be very easily distracted. He's still quite young, inexperienced, and it can cost him, and it has done here. And he gets caught with that super kick by Mike Kanellis. Why is he not going for the pin? He's not going for anything here. He's just stalking around. Now goes for the pin. I mean, why did you wait a good like 10 seconds to go for the pin? Kanellis back up to his feet, went for the overhand, but Rush catches him with a right hand. Boot in the gut. Remember, this is best 2 out of 3 falls match. So one of these guys does have to pin or submit the other twice. Who's the referee having a conversation with there? The referee's on one. He just had a conversation with someone in a different direction, then just stared out the other side of the ring, nowhere as well. Now he can fat flattened by Lio Rush, and Mike Kanellis just follows up by running completely past Lio Rush into the ropes. It's still a bit of a mess, this game, isn't it? Really, let's face it. I mean, it has its good points, but it's not as streamlined as this game should be, considering what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're enjoying Fire Pro at the moment, but yeah, Fire Pro is not at this sort of level, don't get me wrong, but it's enjoyable at the level it's intended to be. This is still pretty buggy. Now Mike Kanellis stalking the grounded Lio Rush. There's the right hand, and now crossroads, center of the ring, into the pin. 1, 2, and 3, and there we go. Mike Kanellis gets the first pinfall of the match. Both guys back up on their feet. Rush taking Kanellis up. Oh, dives through the Death Valley driver. And the referee, though, distracted by Maria. But 1, 2, 3 should have been. Really should have been a free count there. But Rush once again now stalking Kanellis. Takes him in. Oh, hello. Into a spinning Unprettier. Okay. Is referee counting this? I can't see him. The referee's putting the turnbuckle pad back on, isn't he? Wow. The referee has really screwed Lio Rush over here. Lio Rush has just won this match twice. Oh, he's going to go for it again, is he? He had 2 in the locker and slams him down face first again. This time the referee is going to see it. 1, 2, and 3. So there we go. There it is. 1 apiece. Lio Rush should have won this match by now, though. That's his 3rd pinfall he should have had by in this match. We've only counted 1 so far. Referee distracted by Maria the first time. Distracted by the turnbuckle pad the second. Lio Rush over the top. Now sunset flip powerbomb on Bennett to the outside. And Rush is in control. Oh, commentator's curse. Nice tornado DDT by Lio Rush on Mike Bennett. I really loved on Raw this week. Lio Rush and Ricochet in the same ring together. That was fantastic. That was really, really good, that was. That's Tornado DDT once again by Rush on Bennett. Rush brings Bennett back up to his feet, now sends him into the ring. And Rush again being distracted by Maria, although it is from a considerable distance. Not quite sure what that is, but Bennett drops the outside. He wants a second to try and recuperate his thoughts. And then try to drag Rush outside, but that did not work as Rush uses an opportunity to slide through and dropkick Kanellis. Kanellis back in the ring, catches Rush. Rush fighting back, then takes Kanellis up. Kanellis drops free, and oh, it's a low blow. The referee's not happy, and he has called it a disqualification. Wow, out of nowhere. I mean, Lio Rush wins the match, but Mike Kanellis is the man who finishes up on his feet. I'm not quite sure why or what or how, but looks like Mike Kanellis just got completely annoyed with this match and just decided to basically break Lio Rush's nuts. Wow, okay, that's a victory for Lio Rush then, apparently. And here is our second match of the evening. Jushin Thunder Liger goes one-on-one with Sami Zayn. And here comes the legendary Japanese wrestler, one of the best wrestlers in history, Jushin Thunder Liger. Of course, already with one match on his CV in WWE. That match, of course, against Tyler Breeze a few years back at NXT was absolutely fantastic. And now, Sami Zayn awaits. I've missed Sami Zayn. I mean, I'm sure that Zayn and Owens, are they Raw now or SmackDown? I've got no idea, to be honest, but I know Owens was injured and he's due back any day now, but Zayn, I don't know what's going on with Sami Zayn, to be honest with you. He seems to have gone quiet, but I don't know why he's such a great talent. He should be on that card. Especially SmackDown. I think it suits SmackDown nicely, especially with the opportunities being given out recently. Right then, here we go. Jushin Liger versus Sami Zayn, one-on-one. Zayn straight away with the flatline, looking for the boot in the face, and not the first Japanese superstar that Zayn has afforded a debut to here in WWE. Of course, remember, Sami Zayn was Shinsuke Nakamura's debut match in WWE, or NXT, if you will. In a match that was possibly one of the best matches in WWE history. Well played there, and Liger is in control. Liger sends Zayn off, but Zayn taking him down. And now Zayn back up on his feet. And Zayn is in control of Liger now. Taking him down once again, and it looks like Liger did take the very early advantage, but Zayn is starting to take more and more control in this match now. Zayn popping back up to his feet and catching Liger with the uppercut. I'd love to see Liger in WWE more. I know it's not going to happen, but I mean, a little stint in 205 Live just to help put over the younger talent. But I don't think he has that investment. I think if it was New Japan, I think he would definitely be up for that little stint in New 205 Live to put over the younger talent. That's probably what he is doing at the moment in New Japan, really helping put over the younger talent and train everyone. But WWE, I suppose he hasn't really got that allegiance to them, has he? He hasn't really been there that long, but he is an incredible wrestler. I mean, how long he's been going for? He's been going for since early 90s. I think he's in his 50s now. And he can still put on a very, very good match. And here he is here with... It's not quite a sharpshooter, is it? It's a variation of a sharpshooter, but it's very effective. You see the pain on Sami Zayn's face, trying to get to that bottom rope. And Zayn just forcing Jushin Thunder Liger away. Another flatliner by Sami Zayn on Jushin Liger before slamming the arm into the mat. Zayn now brings Liger back up to his feet, and Liger is looking like more and more of a dead weight as the match goes on. But then again, I spoke too soon as he just suplexes Sami Zayn. Liger now just twisting the head of the grounded Zayn. And interesting match this one. Of course, don't forget that we do have the Light Heavyweight Championship match coming up for you still in this video. That will be... okay. That will be included in this match right here. I don't know why Roderick Strong's music is playing, to be honest with you. But, yeah, Roderick Strong... That was really on cue, that wasn't it? That was amazing. Yeah, Roderick Strong will be defending his Light Heavyweight Championship. I said his name 2 times. He thought he was due to come out. Against... Well, it's an open challenge, isn't it? We don't know who it's going to be against yet. Of course, he won the belt quite late in the universe. Maybe didn't really have much time to sort out a #1 contendership. So we're just going to let it be an open challenge and see who's got the balls to turn up on the night and go for it, I suppose. Zayn slides back into the ring. Now brings Liger back up to a seated base. Just keeping Liger grounded, which is the best place to really keep him, I suppose. It's the least riskiest place to keep him. I mean, when he can't be springing around and doing moves to you, it's the best place. What was it? The best offense is a strong defense. But then also the best defense is a strong offense. So it's a weird old sentence, that one, isn't it, when you look at it that way? Zayn now goes into the pin with a pinfall that has never ever once got a victory. And the referee has to wait for you to put your legs up on the ropes before he starts counting as well. Nice vertical suplex once again by Liger. The modern day Power Ranger. I think it's just his look that's made him iconic as well. I mean, he's a cracker wrestler, don't get me wrong, but he's just got that look you're never going to forget, isn't he? It's a bit like a lot of Mexican and Japanese wrestlers that wear the masks and so forth. They have that look, and there's certain wrestlers that are known more for their looks, but like The Undertaker. I mean, if it wasn't for The Undertaker's gimmick, I'm not saying he'd be forgettable, don't get me wrong, but he probably wouldn't be as memorable without that gimmick. Like a lot of people, that's how wrestling works, I suppose. You have a good gimmick, haven't you? Liger now taking Zayn up, looking for the Liger bomb. Boom! Cleverly moved into the middle of the ring to make sure that Sami Zayn could not get a hold of a rope. And, just like our previous video, the Legends are on fire. In our previous video, the Legends won every single match. And in this one, they continue on. That's 4-0 now for the Legends. We saw victories for Rey Mysterio. We saw victories for Rob Van Dam. And victories for Ultimo Dragon in the previous video. And now Jushin Thunder Liger defeats Sami Zayn. Wow. Zayn tried the dodgy pin that no one ever wins from. But here it was, the Liger bomb. Boom. Sit out, power bomb. And it was enough for the 1, the 2, and the 3 count. Jushin Thunder Liger makes his one-off appearance in 205 Live. And it's an absolute cracker. He'll be more than happy with himself here. More Legends await. I'd be interested if some of the younger stars can put themselves over. Right then, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Light Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. What? Well, we've heard rumours about the man leaving New Japan. We've heard rumours about where he might end up. And Kushida is here in 205 Live to take up this open challenge to face off against the Light Heavyweight Champion, Roderick Strong. And here then comes the Light Heavyweight Championship, and the champion as well. It is Roderick Strong, making his first defense after winning the belt only a few episodes ago against Akira Tozawa in an open challenge as well. So this should be interesting for Roderick Strong. No real chance to prepare for this match or prepare for his opponent because he didn't know who he was going to be facing off against. But this is even bigger of a shock for him because it's someone not even on the roster at this point in time. There we go, and that's what it's for, the Light Heavyweight Championship. Kushida making his debut here in 205 Live. Now, will we see Kushida in 205 Live? I mean, he's not the youngest wrestler in the world, so I don't think they'll spend too long with him in NXT. if he does have a run in NXT. Would he jump stretch the main roster? Will he go 205 Live? It's a tricky one, really. I mean, he is known as one of the best cruiserweights in the world, but will he want to work 205 Live? It seems weird to want to leave New Japan to go and work on 205 Live. I mean, if he'd get a main roster spot, then maybe. But it seems a bit weird for me to just step to WWE to go into 205 Live, unless they've offered him a hell of a lot of money, or who knows. There's no guarantees going to WWE as well, don't forget. It's rumour, but there's no guarantee. Maybe AEW could be his path. Right, the bell goes. We are underway in our light heavyweight championship match. Our first championship match of Sami Mania. Next episode, we will have the tag team championship match. Of course, remember, that is a 4-way ladder match. And then, obviously, in our final part, we'll have the cruiserweight championship match where Neville will take on Hideo Itami. Now, I would like to point out that we are hearing from backstage that Roderick Strong has said that he wants to prove that he should be the champion. He doesn't want to prove that he needs anyone else's help, which is why he's out here alone. No members of the Undisputed Era stable have joined him. I'm not saying that'll be the case at the end of the match, of course. You never know with these sort of things, do you? But, yeah, it's... he wants to prove that he's here for the right reason. He wants to prove that he's the champion for the right reason. And you've got to commend him for that. And if he gets a victory here, he's going to prove that he should be the champion. Questions were asked after the match against Akira Tozawa, as Kushida just completely wipes out the feet of Roderick Strong. Still not 100% sure why Roderick Strong's music kicked in during the Jushin Liger match. Not quite sure why he was trying to distract Jushin Liger. Maybe he'd heard rumours backstage that he was going to have a Japanese opponent and maybe assumed Jushin Liger might be the one. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird interference, to be honest with you. And these interferences that... We had another one recently. These interferences that I did not put in. I don't know why that little section happened for, to be honest, but you can't moan too much, can you? Kushida back in the ring, catches Roderick Strong. Reverse DDT, dropping him back of the head first onto his knee. For dragging Roderick Strong back in the middle of the ring, dropping a boot into the arm of Strong as well. And another one. And another one, wow. Kushida really working over that arm, maybe looking for a submission later on in the match. We know Kushida obviously has a great submission style, of course. Being a MMA fighter as well helps him out in that field. Kushida does have a quite good MMA background as well. Nice dragon screw there by Kushida once again, trying to take out the knee now. Definitely working towards submissions in the future. I'd like to see, let's see Kushida get a good run. I mean, I think Kushida versus the likes of Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles could be absolutely fantastic. I mean, that was a match we were never given privy to in New Japan. Of course, Kushida, like I said, was a dominant member of that Junior Heavyweight Championship division. Maybe they did fight in like, I don't know, G1 or some of them sort of lines. I'm not sure, but either way. Nice backdrop there by Kushida. Now stalking Roderick Strong in the corner. What's Kushida got planned? Hadouken. Nice, that strong right hand. Now Kushida heading up top. Roderick Strong's laid out perfectly. What's Kushida going to go for? Oh, Roderick Strong's slowly getting back up to his feet, but Kushida stays poised. Stays ready. Went for the crossbody, but Roderick Strong caught him in the backbreaker. Of course, the messiah of the backbreaker himself. Kushida taking Roderick Strong down, though. And now slamming Strong face first into the turnbuckle. Over and over and over and over again. And now Kushida once again stalking Roderick Strong. What's he got planned this time? He has the arm. There we go. Locking in the Kimura. Rolls it through. And there is the Kimura lock on the arm he's been working on throughout the match as well. Clever maneuver here by Kushida. Is Roderick Strong able to break free? He's going to tap. Oh, he does manage to break free. Strong couple of punches right into the ribs of Kushida, who's struggling there himself now. Roderick Strong taking Kushida up straight into that rock bottom style backbreaker. Now gets him up and drops him face first. Roddy's starting to rock some Strong style. There's the pin for the 1, the 2. No, the 1. There was no 2. My beer's empty. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? Strong now brings Kushida back up to his feet. Along to the ropes. Went to close down to the outside, but Kushida caught him and drop kicks him, or drop toe holds him onto the middle rope. Oh, that was brutal, that. That was brutal, that were. I went northern there for a second. And now Kushida once again working on that arm. Kushida has a clear game plan on what he wants to achieve tonight, and he's just slowly taking apart body part by body part Roderick Strong. And oh, that was almost it. That was 2.5. That was. It's getting closer and closer to the end. Strong with a hip toss. Big boot in the chest of Kushida. Strong now backing away as Kushida slowly climbs away back up to his feet. Has to use the ring ropes for support though. Strong now takes Kushida up, hoists him on the top. Or locks him in the tree of woe. Oh, drops him in the backbreaker from the corner. Say the Messiah of the backbreaker now stalking Kushida. This will be a massive win for Roderick Strong if he pulls it off, but Kushida able to fight Roderick Strong away. Off the ropes. Oh, a knee to the face by Roderick Strong as well. Into the pin for the 1. Only a 1 count. Wow, okay. The more damage Roderick seems to do, the less Kushida seems to stay down for. It's weird, isn't it? Kushida now stalking Roderick Strong. Has him again. Rolls him through again. And there's the Kimura lock again for the 2nd time in the match. Will Roderick have to tap, or can he break free once again? Roderick taps out. We've got a brand new light heavyweight champion on the last episode. Not the last episode, but the finale of 205 Live. Kushida makes his debut and walks away as the light heavyweight champion straight away. Wow. What a turn up for the books this was. And he had a clear game plan, Kushida. He worked on the arms the whole way through the match. Arm breaker after arm breaker. Locked in the Kimura lock the first time. Not quite enough. Roderick Strong was able to break free. But the 2nd time he did it, Roderick Strong just could not withstand the pain much longer. The damage had been done throughout the match to just accentuate the pain of the Kimura lock. And there were times that I thought Roderick Strong was going to have this. But there we go. Kushida makes his debut in WWE and walks out the champion on his very first appearance. What a debut that would be for Kushida. Well, guys, that's the end of part 2 of our Shabby Mania finale here of 205 Live. Of course, we've got 2 more videos left for you. In the next one, we will see that 4-way tag team championship ladder match. Of course, involving 4 fantastic tag teams. And then in our final video, we will have Neville versus Hideo Itami for that Cruiserweight Championship. But remember, as I keep saying, Kyle O'Reilly does have the Money in the Bank briefcase should he want to use it in this season. But he can keep it for next time if he wants to as well. It's up to him. Anyway, guys, please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I have been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you very, very soon for our next episode of SWE Universe Mode. Either 205 Live or New Japan, or coming soon, NXT UK. Bye.